Recently, I've been building some shaker oval boxes, and I did the design in SketchUp before I made them. I made several sizes, and I can show you some of those sizes here. There's a number 5, a 4, a 3, 2, 1, and all of those will fit inside the next size down. So all of these boxes can fit into that number 5. Now, what I'm interested to know, just as an experiment, is whether I can make a different sized shaker oval box from another one that's already designed. For example, here is a number 3 shaker oval box, and it's already designed. It's made up of 4 components: the bottom piece, the bent box band, the bent top band, and then the top itself. So those are the pieces that make up one of these things. And I want to know if I can take the number 3 assembly and turn that into a number 2 assembly in just some quick steps. So let me just go through how I will do this. I'm going to make a copy of this number 3 and just move it over here. And then I want to make this unique because I'm going to change it. And I want to make a number 2 size, a smaller size than this. In fact, that number 2 would fit inside of this number 3. So I will pick the scale tool, and we've got some handles here, and I can scale this down in size. Now, what scale do I use? Well, the number 3 box band is 2.5 inches high, and the number 2 box band is 2 inches. So the ratio is 2 over 2.5, or 0.8. So I'm interested to know if I scale this down by 0.8. I'm going to type 0.8. There it is. So now everything that was inside that box, the tops, the top band, the bottom, etc., all of those pieces have been scaled down in size. In fact, even the thicknesses of the bendings here are changed by 0.8. And I don't know if that's the same, if that is the correct thickness. I can find out easy enough by measuring this and comparing it with the real design of a number 2 box. But in any case, I've got an overall component here that is a number 2 size. And let me just show how that looks in comparison next to the number 3. So if I move this over closer, there we are. Now you can kind of see the difference in size here. So I've proven that I can actually make a different size box. I can now take this number 2 and make a number 1, and take the 1 and make a number 0. But this kind of a method has a fallacy. It creates different thicknesses that aren't exactly right. Everything in this box is not reduced by 0.8 in the real design of the boxes. For example, the thickness of the top in a number 3 is 1/4 inch, and in number 2 it is 1/4 inch. But if I look inside here, let's just open this, edit this component and see if I can pull the top out and measure it. Here's the top, and if I do just measure that dimension, it's not 1/4 inch. It says it's 13/64, so it's smaller. It got changed by a factor of 0.8, just like everything else. It looks perfect, but inside it's different. So I've proven that I can make it look proper, but it isn't exactly correct. So I made all of these sizes from this number 3 with that procedure, just using the scale tool, and it looks good, and I can actually stack them up so they look good. But it's a nice picture, but it's not an accurate design for the making of these boxes. That's what I wanted to experiment and check and find out. Also, just here in this view, I've got if I turn on X-ray, you can see all the boxes. They do fit in there, but many of the components and thicknesses are not accurate.